Hello, it's Doug from Behind Closed Doors, and I'm a bit tired today, but I'm still going to do it. I'm going to be watching Alpha Male Strategies, How to Get a Woman Obsessed with You. Let's get into the video.
What's up, people? So today I'm going to teach you how to get a woman crazy obsessed with you. Now, guys, before I even fucking start, let me say this. This video here is pure evil. You understand what I'm saying? This is a pure evil video. If you use this shit, you're an evil person.
I don't want to be an evil person.
But we don't love them hoes, so let's talk about it. All right. So, guys, first thing you need to know is you have to, if you go back and watch all my videos, the first thing you need to know is you got to have the ultimate confidence. Understand what I'm saying? The ultimate swagger. Now, if you don't got that, you can't get to the obsessed part. And what I say, the only way you're going to get to that swagger part is by being on your purpose and feeling great about yourself. That's where all that confidence and swagger going to come from. It ain't going to just come from the thin air, despite what you've been fucking told. I'm telling you it ain't. It comes from the self-improvement, hitting the gym, and getting your shit together.
Why do I need to self-improve? What's wrong with me? Why would you assume that I'm deficient? I don't need to feel good to respect myself. It doesn't make sense to me. This doesn't make sense to me.
That's going to give you the confidence to make you feel like you have options.
Yeah, I don't need to lift weights to feel confident.
Gives you the confidence to not take a woman's shit, which is going to come across as confident. You understand what I'm saying? So when she go to doing her fucking test, you got the fucking balls to stand up to her because you feel like,
I honestly just can't be asked. If a woman comes up to me and disrespects me, I just can't be asked. I don't need to lift weights and I don't need to improve myself. I just won't tolerate bullshit.
well, because you feel like, hey, I look good, I'm doing good for myself, I'm not going to take your shit. All right? So that's the first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm not looking good or feeling good this morning. I still wouldn't take shit.
Guys, after you met her looks standard and all the attraction, you got to have the confidence on swag. The confidence got to be swag. You got to feel like I can replace this bitch at any time. All right?
Well, you can.
All right? Don't nothing happen without that. That's got to be number one. All right? First thing you need to know, guys, is no matter who you are, unless you're a rich celebrity or something, the average man gonna have to do all the pursuing in the beginning, unless.
Well, that's not true. I can just go sit in a nightclub and girls approach me.
Unless a woman has crazy high initial interest. I'm talking at least 80%. Unless she has high initial interest, you're gonna be doing most of the pursuing. And you also can gauge a woman's interest by that and to knowing how far you.
Well, yeah, you're gonna do a lot of pursuing if you're pursuing girls that aren't interested in you.
Knowing how far you got to go before you get the ass. If you got a woman that never calls you in between the weeks, her interest is kind of low. If you got a woman that's texting you 2-3 times in the first week or second, you got a woman that's interest is very fucking high. That means.
So you're saying that if someone shows they're interested, they're interested, and if someone's showing they're not interested, they're not interested. Oh, I hope this is getting somewhere.
That means just the way you are, the way when she look at you, you make her pussy tingle. It ain't nothing you can do about that. There ain't no game or nothing. That just means you as you are, your image, your swag just does it for her. All right?
My swag.
But let's just assume that the woman doesn't have sky high initial interest. The average guy, you're gonna need to know that most men gonna have to do all the pursuing at the very beginning, probably the first 2 weeks, sometimes 3. All right? But this is the big problem where a lot of guys fuck up at. All right? Guys, they back off way too fucking soon. All right? So if you are texting a woman once a week to go out on a date, and say by the second week or the third week, she starts.
I don't think I've ever been in that situation where I text somebody once a week to go on a date.
Or the third week, she starts hitting you up once a week, and then you feel like, okay, I can back all the way off now. She's pursuing you. It don't go that way, guys. Pursuing is like a dimmer switch, not on-off switch. So you got to slowly back away. So the dynamics go like this. You're doing 100%. She's doing 0%. Hers comes up like this right here. And then you come down to once a week, and hers steady comes up. So you always do once a week no matter what. And hers increase.
What if you see him more than once a week?
Yours don't change or nothing. You stay at once a week. which, you know, at the beginning is 100% because she ain't gonna chase you at all. But as her interest raises, you gonna stay here once a week, and hers gonna start to come up to where she's eventually going to be pursuing you every fucking day. All right.
Oh yeah, so you've got to train her up to be interested in you.
All right. She's gonna be calling to check on you every fucking day. Now, once it gets to 100%, that's when you back off. Hitting you up every day, that's when you back off. Don't back off until she's hitting you up every day. Up to that point, you make sure you hit her once a week. And
isn't this like called pestering?
if you back off too soon, before the woman has developed an attachment to you, an emotional attachment to you, she'll just back up or lose interest. Understand what I'm saying? Before you can back up completely, you got to wait till she has her interest at 100%. So you can't stop texting her or calling her once a week until she's hitting you up every fucking day.
I wouldn't pursue a girl that wasn't interested in me and try and convince her to be interested in me.
If you back off before then, that's way too soon. Now, guys, it was once upon a time where if you had sex with a woman, that was all the emotional investment you needed from a woman to get her to pursue you, because she felt like, hey.
Well, that's not true. People used to get married. In fact, you couldn't even have sex until you got married.
I gave this dude my body.
And marriage is an investment.
My body. So she felt like she was invested to get more, get a relationship. It's 2018, guys. That shit don't hold true no more.
2021 now.
A woman will fuck you. You hit her up next week and she don't want to see you no more because you didn't make her come. You understand what I'm saying? So the sex emotional attachment don't work no more. So what you got to get a woman doing these days is you got to get her emotionally attached to chasing your validation. Now, guys, you know, I talk a lot about validation, and so I want to talk about validation right now. The reason a woman wants your validation is because essentially you're not giving her validation, essentially her never feeling good enough. You understand what I'm saying? And that has nothing to do with you. That has everything to do with her. That's her ego won't let it be. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with you. That's her ego don't want to accept the defeat. See, most women...
It sounds all very combative.
Most women date these beta males who worship the ground they walk on, to when they run into a dude that makes them feel lower, it can't be and they can't take it. And they're determined to get your validation. You understand what I'm saying? They can't...
I don't really understand what you're saying.
They can't stand to lose one. So she's not obsessed with chasing you. She's obsessed with chasing that validation. She's obsessed with the fact this guy ain't finna act like I'm beneath him. You understand what I'm saying? So it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with her just chasing your validation. And that's why I tell you guys to never give it to her. And for any new subscribers that don't know what validation is compliments, wanting to spend a lot of time with her, talking to her a long times on the phone. All these...
I don't agree with this at all.
On the phone, all these are saying, I really like you. That's what every women have no self-esteem, guys. I know when you see them outside with that mask on and they walking and acting like they're sadiddy, they really are low self-esteem creatures. That's why they need attention from men constantly to feel good about themselves, because they have very low self-esteem. So when they're dating a guy and he won't get them a compliment, or he won't get them no signs that he's really into them, it really fucks with their head and their psyche.
Why would I want to fuck with their head? Like, of course I want to compliment the girl that I'm attracted to. That's ridiculous.
And so they can't take that. They can't take that. They need every fucking guy to like them. They can't stand to date a guy that makes them feel like he's beneath them.
That's not true.
Now let's say you done switched the tables. You got her doing 100% of the pursuing now. All right. This takes time, guys. This is going to take at least 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't said about all the hard work that's required to go in to get the woman obsessed with you in the first place. You're just assuming that she would be obsessed after you've pursued her and pestered her so much.
At least 2 to 3 months. You guys back off way too fucking soon. This is not going to happen overnight. You got to wait till she develop an emotional attachment to chasing your validation. This is going to take...
Well, how do you know once she's developed an emotional attachment? And is that really fair on her to do that?
It's going to take probably 2 to 3 months, probably closer to 3 with the savages we dealing with today. These fucking girls are fucking Wolverines. They body count high as hell. So if you thinking like, oh, I fucked her real good, she going to be attached to me, you better think again. All right? Because these girls be got body count is high as fuck these days. Now that you got her doing 100% because you making her feel like she's.
What if she's doing 99% or 101%? What do I do then?
Her feel like she's starting to feel like she's losing you. You understand what I'm saying? So you didn't validate her. Now you're going the other way. All right? Now you're going the other way. And understand now, she's not obsessed with you. She's only obsessed with getting that fucking validation. She needs that fucking, give it to me. Give me that fucking validation, goddammit. She's obsessed with getting that fucking validation. You gonna validate me, goddammit. That's what she's thinking. So now.
It all sounds very impersonal and not very intimate.
So now you finna go the other way. Now, the secret to getting her really obsessed with you is now you gotta go, you finna be real evil now. You finna tear her self-esteem down.
Well, this is where the evilness really kicks in. So I don't compliment her, I'm evil, I tear her self-esteem down when it's already down.
Understand what I'm saying? You finna not make her feel like she's not worthy of you. Understand what I'm saying? So now.
So when someone likes you, you make them feel not worthy of you.
You'll set a time to see her. So say Saturday, you'll set a time to see her. And Friday, you'll cancel like, hey, I can't do that. I'm going out with my friends. I don't know if any of you guys know what that does to a woman. You when you do some shit like that.
I know what it does to me. I don't like it. Like, I make plans. My time is valuable. I like to stick to them.
You make her feel worthless. You make her feel like she's nothing like a priority to you. You understand what I'm saying? But it's only gonna make her chase you more. Now, guys, doing shit like this right here, understand that all this shit only works if when a woman is with you, your personality is on point, your confidence on point, your swagger is on point. This shit don't work if when she's around you, she's not having a good time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're a pain in the ass. You got to be in your sexy, suave mood to make her feel like a real woman, to make her feel real feminine. So you got to be extra masculine. You got to be a man's man. You understand? You got to be super swag. So when she's around you, she gets that tingling inside her. No woman is going to go through all this bullshit for a guy that's just okay. Understand what I'm saying? Your personality.
All right, okay. So we're 9 minutes, 25 seconds into the video. So how do you get that tingling sensation going then? Because that's really, you know, if you've got that working for you, like he's saying, then all you need to do is just instigate that, and you don't need to play all these other games and be mean and nasty and how he's describing it, evil. Because if they've got the tingling sensation, then it doesn't matter, yeah?
Your personality got to be on point. The way she feel when she with you got to be on fucking point. Ain't nobody finna call you all the time and let you flake on them and do all this bullshit. And when they get with you, they ain't having a good time. And when I say having a good time, I'm not talking about expensive dates.
Yeah, you see, this is the thing. I think life's difficult enough without having to make it harder. And I think women create drama enough without you having to add to it. So that's why I feel there's no need to play any games. Just be honest.
I'm talking about we just sitting on the couch and just the way you carry yourself makes my pussy tingle. You understand what I'm saying? There's just the way.
I understand what you're saying.
The way you make me feel when I'm with you. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
If you give her that certain tingle, she'll keep chasing your fucking validation. If you just an average dude.
Yeah, maybe it's the tingling sensation that's creating the magic, maybe. Not the games that are put on around it.
It ain't gonna happen. So you're gonna have to have that personality on swag. You're gonna have to have your confidence on swag. If not, it won't work. Ain't no woman finna.
You know, your personality on swag and all this kind of stuff, it's very vague and elusive, isn't it? It's not very specific. You know, if you're making like an omelette, you're going to say, right, I'm going to use 2 eggs and I'm going to whip them up. And then, like, it's very, you know, here are the ingredients, this is what I'm going to do. Whereas the way he's describing it, it's very magical.
Go through all this bullshit for a guy she barely like. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. I do.
Make her pussy tingle. Physically and mentally. You got to stimulate her mind and her fucking pussy. You understand what I'm saying? And
I understand what you're saying. Tingle the pussy and stimulate the mind. Sorry, I lost my swagger for a minute. Oh, hopefully I'll come across as confident. Oh, don't worry, I'll just won't call her back.
Make sure she come by doing the fucking foreplay I told you. Most women cannot come with your damn dick. You got to make her come with foreplay. So if you
What? Just after you meet her, or do you have to wait a bit?
making her come in the bedroom and you making her come in her mind, like they say, a woman got two pussies, one between her leg and one up here. If you making her come with both of those mentally and between her legs, she'll stay chasing your validation. If you ain't fucking her right and then you ain't stimulating her mind, ain't no woman finna keep pursuing your ass. Fuck your validation. You understand? All right, so like I said, you'll cancel the date, say, hey, I gotta hang out with my friends, I can't see you this weekend. All right? You'll say some shit like that. You'll skip weeks seeing her. Like you'll tell her, I can't see you this weekend, I got something else to do. All this makes her feel like she's not good enough. She'll call you sometimes.
What I don't understand is if somebody, let's say that tingling sensation is the fact that they're attracted to you, they have genuine desire, and when they're with you, that desire's fulfilled, and they feel, they're magnetized to you. They really want to be with you. Well, if you've got all that going for you, then why play all these games, and why pretend that you can't meet up and say that you're busy? And if you're genuinely busy, then say it. But why does it have to be part of the strategy? It doesn't make sense to me.
She's not good enough. She'll call you sometimes. You don't even return the call or text. She'll hit you up maybe the next day or the day after, and she'll be like, "Hey, you ain't see my call? Just say I was busy doing something like that. Don't get into it too much. I was busy. I was gonna get around to calling." But essentially, guys, you're making her feel worthless. You're making her feel like she's unimportant. All this is tearing her self-esteem down, which I said, guys, is.
But I thought you said they already have low self-esteem, so why would you want to tear it down even more?
It's really evil, but like I told you, we don't love them hoes. So it's really evil, but you got
that. We don't love them hoes. It's just a bit kind of like, well, who do you love then? Because essentially, if you're looking for a partner or something, you're probably going to want to have a family or a baby, or at least have a good time with them other than sex. Like, so you're going to want to get on well and have like a companion, or have some sort of a ride or die girl, yeah? So why are you saying we don't love them hoes? I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
So you don't went from here 100% pursuing to now she's doing 100% pursuing, and on top of that, you're tearing herself
Yeah, that's the other thing as well I don't get. That's the assumption that, you're going to be doing the pursuing. If you're the man, then they'll pursue you, won't they? Like, Mick Jagger isn't doing the pursuing. Gene Simmons from Kiss isn't like, I wonder what girl I'm going to pursue today. Like, the girls are pursuing him.
Self-esteem down. All right? Now, it's going to come times where in between that, due to the structure of how women think these days, she's going to look and say, man, I call him all the time. He never calls me. And at some point, at times, she going to pull back, and you might not hear from her 2, 3, 4 days. She going to do it. She going to do it because in her head, she's like, hey, I'm doing all the pursuing. This is not right. He does nothing. You got to be on your purpose and really not give a fuck about that bitch. Now, if deep down you really care, you can't hold true on this. This only holds true if you really focus on your purpose and you don't give a fuck if she ever call back or not. Because please believe it's going to be weeks in there where she...
It's weird because I agree with what he's saying, actually. Like, there are certain points in this where I agree with him, but it's just completely off. Like, it doesn't hit the mark. So, yeah, if she's a nasty person, then you've got to get rid of her, fuck her. But, like, if she's being nice, then you want to return her phone calls. So it seems to me that it just seems very harsh the way that he's handing out this advice. And he knows it himself. I'm not being, he's saying that, look, this is evil. But why be evil? Why not just be a nice guy that doesn't take shit? And then if you're a nice guy, then that's one of the reasons why they might be like you or attracted to you or get that tingling sensation that you keep going on about.
She's not going to pursue you. Because she's determined to make you start at least contribute to some of the pursuing. You don't do it. You wait till she call or text you. All right? So like I said, guys, how you do it is you start off, you're going to do 100% of the pursuing. She's not going to pursue at all. You keep...
Again, that's not been true to my experience. Girls pursue when guys that they're interested in and fancy. I don't know where he gets that idea from. It's better when they chase from the beginning.
You maintain your once a week. She's gonna come up and hers is gonna go to twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, to eventually she's doing all the fucking pursuing. That's when you stop 100%. All right, you gotta be in your confident, masculine swag for her to value your validation. If you don't have that, she don't value your validation. So fuck your validation. All right, and when she's around you, you gotta make her mind and her pussy tingle. All right, if you can't do that, then fuck your validation. All right. So
I feel like he's repeating himself a little bit.
a woman is not gonna chase your validation if it doesn't mean anything. All right. And a woman is, understand this, guy. She's not obsessed with chasing you, and she don't give a fuck about you. She's only obsessed with chasing that validation because it'll ease her ego. Her ego don't want to take a L. That it's a guy that's treating me like shit. It has nothing to do with you. It's all her. That's how narcissistic women are. It has nothing to do with you. She's only doing all this pursuing and chasing to chase your validation to ease her ego because she can't stand up the thought of a man not really, really wanting her.
It's so bizarre because, like I say, there's parts of it that I agree with him on. Like, you know, I'm probably being a bit grumpy and harsh with this video because he's saying all the right things. They're just not aligned correctly in the right place. So that it's very confusing to me to watch this.
Of a man not really, really want her. All right? And like I said, at the end, you're going to go the other way.
It's kind of, listening to this is kind of like looking at a puzzle where the pieces aren't in the right place.
You're going to pull back your interest all the way. You're not going to see her every week. You're going to cancel dates with her. You're going to lay in bed sometimes with her and not want to have sex with her, tell her you're tired or something. That's going to make her feel unattractive. You understand what I'm saying? Essentially, you're tearing her.
Well, if you're laying in bed together and you feel tired, yeah, say you're tired. But you're not doing it with the intention to make her unattracted, and you're not doing it as a game. So there's an example how I agree with him, but I don't agree with him because of where it's coming from.
Tearing her self-esteem down now. All right? And like I said, guys, these are evil tactics. So like I said, we don't love them hoes over here, baby. So like I said, you know.
Well, if you don't love those hoes over there, then how are you going to invite love into your life?
If you know where to go if you're looking for a wife, because we don't love them hoes over here. We don't give a fuck about their self-esteem. Fuck their self-esteem. All right? Like, comment, subscribe. Like I
don't get it, because he feels like he has to. I don't really understand this.
Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, guys, these are evil tactics. If you're a nice beta man,
I do agree with that.
Male, this shit might not be for you, but for our alpha males over here, we don't love them hoes, baby. Like, comment, subscribe, holla back.
Yeah, you see, this might be a good video for a guy that's overly nice, that's being ultra, like, polite and giving, and a nice guy that's, like, not got any boundaries and is supplicating and needy and desperate. So this might be a very good video for that guy to hear. But for me, it doesn't, it just, like I said, there's parts of it that sound right, but for the wrong reasons, and they're also in the wrong place. So it's very confusing listening to this, because I want a good girl. And if the girl's behaving well, I'll reward her with validation, compliments, attention, whatever she requires. And if she's being a dickhead, then I'll fucking ignore her. So you have to have good and bad. You can't just be evil. Because I think if you behave in an evil way, you're going to attract evil into your life. I know that sounds a bit woo-woo, but it's true. If you're going to put out that vibe, you're going to attract those people, that narcissistic Machiavellian people, that will feed off that evil and will be drawn to it. So I don't think you should put evil out into the world. I think you should just have standards and know when to say no to people.